all that being said, we got Stephen A. Smith's response here. It says Stephen A. Smith responds to Kwame Brown in the only way Stephen A. would. Now, I wonder what this is going to look like. Let's look at this together, shall we?
Before I go any further, join me in taking a look at this man. Keep looking. Another drop. Keep going.
See, this is exactly what Kwame Brown said he would do. This is what Kwame Brown said he would do. This is the only shtick that he has here. This is the only shtick that he has here. He's going to show a lowlight reel of Kwame Brown. And then he's going to talk about how garbage Kwame Brown is and how he was the one who made all these mistakes and how he was the one who wasn't. But these are like isolated plays that are sprinkles that are fucking grains of sand in the bigger picture. These are grains of sand. He's just picking plays and saying, look, you missed a pass. You didn't catch a pass. Like, come on, man. You can still find 50 clips of Jerry Rice dropping passes. I mean, you can still find 50 clips of Michael Jordan dropping passes. So what are you really showing us here? That's where, for me, I just don't know what the fuck, like, why, what? This dude, like, look, he came at all these cats with fire because they was disrespecting him, and it's been so long. Why are you still talking about this dude in the way you're talking about him? But here, he is literally falling back to the only thing he knows how to do. Talk shit about somebody, and because he has the resources and the actual infrastructure to sit here and show us lowlights, that's supposed to win us over, that doesn't win me over. Because Kwame is coming for real at you with something. So you need to come for real back and not not sit here and use ESPN studios to just to flaunt a lowlight reel and then begin to just spout out like you always do about how terrible he is. Like, that is why Kwame is beating the shit out these motherfuckers right now, because what he's doing is actually genuine. And what they're doing is literally, they are just falling back to just their regular routine.
Keep going. Another one. Did I miss anything? Keep going. Here's another one. This is just with the Charlotte Hornets. All right, keep going. Keep going. The man played for 7 different teams. I got put wide open layup, miss. Keep going. Keep rolling them. Keep rolling. This is Shaq. Keep going.
Yeah, that was pretty good defense.
Hey, go ahead, watch this. Look at that pass from Steven Jackson, his former teammate. You see? You see that?
See, again, this is just redundant. This is him pulling something out that you could literally pull this same thing out on any player in the NBA. You could literally find just as many bad-looking plays, missed layups. Hell, we just watched Paul George, playoff George, drive through to the basket, barely get touched, and he can't even finish with the dunk. He dunks it off the back of the rim and goes flying back out. Is he a bust? Come on, man. This dude is a joke, man. You know what? I don't even need to see. I mean, let's finish it. Let's finish it. He's a fucking joke. Stephen A. Smith is a fucking joke. I'm riding with Kwame on this one.
Another drop. Another air ball in the lane. A layup. An air ball layup. Keep going.
As if he could even rebound that ball. As if even if you gave him a foot more height. You saw how he looked boxing. You saw how he looked.
There you go. Clean up that cut more. Raise him up. Yeah, make him more free. Yeah, push. Come on. Come on, it's your last round.
You think if you gave Stephen A. Smith 12 more inches of height that he could actually dunk a basketball? Do you think he could actually do a crossover? You think he could Hezo a motherfucker? You think he could Euro step? No! No, I don't believe for a second that he could ever Euro step. He is a bum. He is not an athlete, but he is the arbiter of judging athletes. Come on, man.
Keep going. Getting dunked on by Brook Lopez.
Getting dunked on. Brook Lopez was not a terrible player, last I checked. And getting dunked on is not something that is actually like rare, is it? Motherfuckers get dunked on every day in the NBA. Every day on the basketball courts down the street. So come on, dude. What are you really saying here? He's not even addressing Kwame where Kwame is actually really, truly coming at these media people about. He's coming at these media people from a different level, speaking on why are you guys not actually acknowledging the actual context of why my career was the way it was, and why are y'all just only focusing on one overlaying title or overlaying label to put on my career, when if you actually look into his career, there's actually a story to be told there about why it went that way that actually does give him some saving grace, and where you can actually look at it and say, okay, he's not a bust. He's truly not a bust. He's truly not. This kid was 17 years old in the NBA. 17. Could you imagine being a 17-year-old in the NFL? And you got fucking Ray Lewis as your general manager or some shit, some hard ass who's just riding you the whole time, who didn't even want to pick you, who didn't even want you, and is just riding you the whole time and just telling you how much of a piece of a shit you are and how you ain't never gonna amount to be nothing, and just riding your 17-year-old ass until you literally lose all confidence in basketball. I mean, come on, man. There's something that there has to be said about that when you're talking about somebody's career and why it didn't live up to what the normal expectations would be for a situation like that. And I really don't think that Stephen A understands that, because his only response is to show us a low light reel, which, again, without context, you can show a low light reel of anyone from any sport in any time and make them look like they're trash.
Who can't jump? Look at this right here. Keep going. Keep rolling the tape. Look at that pass. First of all, he traveled on the pass before he threw the pass. Keep going. Here we go. Oh, my Lord. Keep going. Here we go. 13 years in the NBA. 7 different teams. And I've got an unlimited bank of bloopers for every stop along the way. That was just the short version. I got 15 minutes. I just showed you one. I got 15, and I was just getting started.
I mean, look, this is what I would have expected from a non-athlete who can only fall back on the programmed response when an actual issue about Kwame's career is brought to the table. Mundane. I don't know if I spelled that right. I think I did. And pretty pretentious. BS from Stephen A. Smith. Kwame wins again. And I mean, looking at the replies, replies are kind of ugly. Let's not look at them because they actually go a little bit too far there. But yeah. So look, at the end of the day, I think that Kwame Brown is making a point. He's painting a picture, if you will, of the NBA at large and how the media machine of the NBA actually works against players who aren't considered, the guys who aren't in that select group. And I think that you've seen some players who have throughout the years tried to push themselves into that group. Guys like Steven Jackson, guys like who was it that was on the cat with Sam Perkins? These are guys who are finding their legs in the media talking head universe on the First Takes and the Undisputeds and things like that. And they got to toe that kind of mess. They got to stick to the script, so to speak, because they are given a script. And the producers do put them up to a little bit of a script before they go on, that they're to kind of give them direction and what they're supposed to be talking about. So it doesn't really it doesn't vibe with me when I see Stephen A. Smith drop a low light reel and just say that's his response. Like, that's so basic. Like, no, I can't give you points for that. You don't win that by just showing a low light reel. Everybody has a low light reel. It don't matter. He played 13 years in the NBA, 12, 13 years. Like, okay. He played for he played for 7 teams. Well, shit, what you going to say about a guy like Ryan Fitzpatrick? Ryan Fitzpatrick been playing in the NFL now 12 years. Something like that. And that dude has played for just as many. He ain't never got a big deal with nobody. But he's been a freaking hell of a player for every team he goes to, even though somehow he still doesn't get any kind of long-term security. But he's created his own long-term security. So, it really does come down to the fact that when you look at a guy like that and you look at how Stephen A. Smith is going after him on the internet, that's exactly what, that's kind of speaking to the truth of what Kwame Brown was saying, is that this guy will tear down any black athlete who doesn't toe to the same kind of perspective that he does. Anyone that he finds that he doesn't like, he tears them down. And it's not like he's given equal distribution out to everybody who is considered, a player who's wobbly as to whether or not they're going to be considered a bust or an underachiever or what have you. He literally goes after his own brother, his own black brothers. That's just being real with you. He goes after black athletes the same way Jason Whitlock goes after black athletes. It's come on, what the fuck are you? Be real for a second. Stop being a little punk bitch who's giving these motherfuckers what they want to hear, but won't actually be real about the situation that you're dealing with your own kind. And that's why Kwame wins, because Kwame points it out and they just confirm it for us right to our faces.